Oh, so many dragonfly larvae. Through the jungle. There is a trout sitting right under that log. Oh, bobber's down, that's a fish on, baby. You guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm out at the mountain fishing farm and about to head up to a small mountain lake where we're gonna try and catch some trout with a bobber. And if we catch one, we're gonna cook them up. But check out this bobber right here. This poor baby has been through a lot. So I think it's time for us to retire this bobber and we're gonna do a bobber build to catch and cook. If we get lucky and catch something, we'll cook them up. I've got all the catch and cook gear. Now I'm currently down at Pond Site 1 in the forest here, this aspen forest that I planted several months back. So I thought I'd just give you guys an update on that. The pond is not in yet. That's just taking a lot longer right now than I thought. But check this out. These trees have actually already grown significantly since planting. When I planted them in the last update down here, they were this tall. So all of this is fresh growth here. By next year, this time, you're barely going to be able to look through here. Aspens are extremely fast growing trees, and check it out, they sprout out little tiny trees. Now for the pond, I'm just waiting for the pond liner to arrive. I already have the fish that really want to get into the pond, so I'm going to use an excavator and dig out from those boulders back there, this whole area right here by the rock over here. The last couple of weeks have been super wild. My sister actually got married, so I was out at the coast for that. And I still have a little bit of leftover wedding cake that we need to feed to the chickens real quick before we go fishing today. All right, the truck is all loaded up for us to get into the mountains, but first it's time for our bobber build. Okay, right here in front of me is everything that we're gonna need to build our bobber. We got a wooden dowel, a cork ball, some surgical tubing, a little bit of paint, and a 9mm bullet. Now what's the little 9mm for? Don't worry about that part. We'll get to that. Let's not skip ahead. For right now, just gonna throw him in my pocket and he'll come back later. For now, we're just gonna need the dowel and the little cork ball. Man, look at this poor little guy. Rest easy, buddy. Now over here, I put together a little bobber building station. Look at that, I got a bobber lathe, a few prototypes I've been working on. I let you guys know on Instagram a little bit about what I've been up to. Man, guys, I used to build bobbers on the channel. I did like some salmon fishing videos way back that maybe some OGs remember. So a few of these guys right here are just some unfinished projects that I finished up and I've just been kind of practicing on. Ooh, that's an old one that I made. Some of you guys maybe recognize this little guy. That was probably the last bobber build that we ever did on the channel. Oh man, Santa bobber. He's still here. He'll be back with us maybe this Christmas. If you guys watch the channel a lot, you guys know that I love bobber fishing, and today we're gonna make the best bobber in NWFS history. Oh no, you guys can see the mess in the back of my shop. So we're just gonna use the grinding wheel here. There we go. Cut off a little section like that. And then I'm just gonna use the wheel to kind of round off one of these ends. Now the other side I'm gonna wanna have nice and pointy. All right, look at that. That's our little center shaft right there for the bobber, and now we just got to paint it. An old soda can that I filled with just a little bit of acrylic paint, and we're going to dip them. All right, we're going to set it over here to dry. Now the paint wants to kind of drip a little bit, so we're just dabbing the drip off the bottom there. All right, so one of my favorite parts, we've got our cork ball, and we need to drill a hole through there because that shaft is going to go through the cork. Now, the tricky part about a ball is drilling a hole perfectly through the center. It has to be perfect, otherwise the bobber will sit kind of off to one side. So my inner German, of course, engineered a solution to our problem. I made this little part right here on the lathe that basically I can stick a cork ball into, and that perfectly centers it. And then right here, I can just send a drill bit right through there, and that will, in theory, just drill out a perfectly centered hole every single time. And there you go, a perfectly center drilled hole. And it goes really fast. And look at that, you can just pop in a new cork, boom, boom, every time. Now we're gonna enlarge the hole on one side. You'll see in a little bit why we're doing that. But I don't have a jig for this here yet, so I'm just gonna have to kind of hold it so it's not gonna be perfect. There we go, not bad. Okay, the paint is dry. The paint is dry. Now it wouldn't be my bobber if I didn't sign my bobber. And we're gonna do it with an ink stamp. Get a little bit of ink on there. All right, and there you go. We got our logo on there. Man, that light is horrible over there under those LEDs. Check it out. Here's another can of paint, this time fluorescent orange. A nice high-vis color so that we can see when that bobber goes down. Ooh, yeah, look at that. Now, I told you guys that I have some wedding cake right here. Got a couple poles for us rigged up and ready, just missing a bobber. I've never seen a wedding cake before. It's actually really cool. They have like internal structures, like these little tubes and platforms in order to hold such a large cake together. I've always kind of wondered how that works. It was actually really, really delicious. It's just, I'm not like that much of a sweet tooth, so I could only eat so much of it. And now it's time to spoil the chickens a little bit. Oh, well, hello, turkeys. Hello. Anyone want to bite a wedding cake? Let's see if the goats want a little bite. I don't really want them eating a whole bunch of it. Don't even know if they're interested. No? All right, the turkeys did not want the wedding cake. Let's see if these guys want it. Oh yeah. It is a really good wedding cake. All right, the ducks and the chickens are eating the wedding cake. I just had to come over here real quick and give our turkey a hug. Look how big he's gotten. He's a big boy now. Oh, mister, yeah, you are a good boy. All right, turkey, you guys have a good day. We're gonna go fishing. Hi, Walker. Salty, Ruger, what are you doing, mister? Where's Bobber? Bobber, get over here, buddy. Hey, buddy. Good boy. Okay, back in the shop, our shaft is dry. And right here, we've got some spar urethane. I'm still just kind of figuring this whole thing out, so I need to find a better way to dip these guys. Right now, I've just got a little fishing bell, and we'll just clamp the very tip of that bobber into there, and then give it a nice full dip. There we go. Let the excess just drip off a little bit. All right, while that dries, we're just gonna head down to the range here, and I'll show you guys what that little 9mm is for. Ooh, man, it is overgrown down here. Haven't been down the range in a while. Now this 9mm is gonna be a very important part of the bobber, and what I'm after is the brass case right there, not the bullet itself. So we need to somehow get rid of the bullet so that we're left with only the brass case. Now luckily we've got a way to do that here at the range. Oh my goodness. Look at the trench, it's all overgrown. The goats keep coming up here and they play around with this pile, so it's kind of filling in the trench a bit. All right, I'd say 25 yards from the target is a good spot. And of course, everything here is YouTube compliant as always. We've got an extra YouTube compliant magazine. It's even Washington compliant, just a little 10 rounder. We're gonna put that 9mm right in there. Let's see if we can't hit that target there. How about the one on the right? Yeah, I definitely forgot this guy right here. So boys and girls, never forget your hearing protection. All right, but here is what we were after. We're ready to work on our brass, and it still has this little guy right here in the center. That's called the primer. We got to get that out of there. Okay, let's shine a little light inside the case here, and you can see there's a little tiny hole right there. It's called a flash hole. I'm just gonna insert this pin into that hole right there. And there you go. We just deprimed the case. We're gonna have a nice firm grip on our case here. All right, boys and girls, here is where the magic happens. We've got our hole drilled out through that 9mm, and this bobber right here is going to be a weighted bobber, meaning it's got a weight on the bottom so that when it sits in the water, it'll sit upright. Remember, we drilled our bigger hole on that side. That's exactly 9mm diameter. We've got our 9mm case. Oh, look at that. So now because the bobber has this weight down here in the bottom, that means that this side is gonna be heavier. So when it sits in the water, it's always gonna wanna sink down to the bottom, which will make the top stick straight up. Gave this guy a little bit of time to dry. It's still not 100%. A little bit of dust on it. Not perfect, a little bit tacky, but I think it's good enough. We're running out of time. We got to get up to the lake. We're just gonna stick, ooh man, ooh, tacky. Definitely should have let this dry a little more. Just sticking this guy on here. Oh my goodness. Here, I had to come outside. The light is just really, really bad inside the shop. This actually turned out really nice. I didn't expect it to look this good. Dang. Now this is gonna be a really simple but effective fixed float and adjustable bobber system. For that, we just need a couple little tiny pieces of that tubing there. There you go, see that? Like little donuts. Now all I'm gonna do is slide 2 of these little donuts onto my fishing line and then slip them onto each end of the bobber, and that'll fix it in place. I'll show you guys at the lake how to do that. I just don't wanna slip them on there right now because this is still drying a little bit and I don't want them getting stuck to that. We went from this little guy right here to that. I am so excited to try this bobber out and see if we can catch a trout with it. Wait, hold on, I forgot something. It wouldn't be a proper catch and cook if we didn't bring an onion, so we're just gonna head up to the vegetable garden here. Oh my goodness, they're so overgrown, but I think this little guy right here, do we wanna pick like just a little mini onion? How about that? We'll pick just a little tiny guy. Yeah, this little guy here will be absolutely perfect for a little mountain trip. Ooh, pretty flowers. Nasturtium. Sweet and spicy and delicious. Oh my goodness, there's a little baby deer and there's mama right there, just standing on the road. Oh, how cute. The baby still had its little white spots all over it. Just a little fawn. You guys have a great day. All right, we're here. And if you guys want to see where we are, here's the map view. There we are. No reception. Yeah, we're out in the middle of nowhere. All right, to the lake we go. It is absolutely beautiful. As always, because we are in a pretty remote area, we've got our bear and mountain lion protection with us. It's not a SIG 320. Don't worry, it's safe, it's safe. That was just a joke. Don't sue me, SIG. There's a couple of beautiful mountain lakes down here in this valley, but we are heading to the one on the right. Now, this is the first time that we're going up there together this year, so I'm hoping that the trout are nice and hungry. Look at that. We're not even fishing this lake, you guys. We are not even fishing this one, but man, just pause for a second and soak it in. It's just so beautiful. Whoa, hold on here for 1 second. I found some edible berries right here on this bush. Now guys, whenever you're out foraging for mushrooms, berries, or anything edible in the wild, always make sure that you guys don't just trust a random YouTube video. But these guys right here are called Western serviceberry, also called a Saskatoon berry. We have them up here in the Northwest. Oh man, sweet, full of vitamins. They have rather large seeds inside, but the seeds actually almost taste like nuts or something. It's a very hardy berry. Look at that. All service berries. This one is just, I mean, loaded. Completely loaded. Oh man. Look at all of those berries. It's like I just took a scoop from a jar of jam or something. It was just so delicious. I mean, I could just sit here like a bear and just eat all the berries from this entire tree and probably be full We wouldn't need to catch any trout anymore. There we go, catch and cook is over. Oh man, those are good. Oh, and here, another type of berry that we can eat. These little guys here, check that out. These guys are called thimbleberries, and I need to actually go back a couple of years in one of my videos and apologize for mislabeling a berry like this. I called it a salmon berry, which we also have. And salmon berries and thimbleberries are both edible, but a simple mistake like that, just mislabeling something, or if you confused it with a non-edible berry, ooh man, that could be the difference between life and death. But here is a ripe thimbleberry. They're very delicate little berries. Oh, look, this one here just kind of came apart in my hand. It's kind of like a raspberry. Oh, it's extremely sweet. Just the right amount of tartness. Oh, here are some good ones. Really nice thimbleberries. Look at that. Oh, wow. Thimbleberries are probably one of my absolute favorites to eat. Oh, just big old patch of them. But we need to make it through this thick jungle here. Oh, it's completely overgrown on a little creek. Oh, there's a little baby fish in there. There's little fish in there. I think they're small trout. There's a larger trout. He's just kind of hanging out, not moving. Oh man, that's so cool. It looks like possibly a rainbow. He's got to be at least 12 inches or something like that. The problem is that this little stretch of creek right here requires fishing with single point barbless hooks, which we don't have any of those with us. So that little guy there, he can live another day. There we go. Through the jungle. Oh. Oh. Look at this. Here we go. Now I'm already looking out for trout that might be circling around right here in the shallow water. It's only a few inches deep right here. Oh, one just surfaced right there. One just surfaced right there. I'll tell you what, I know that we're here to test out the bobber, but I have this little 22 LR bullet lure in gold that why don't we just do a quick little test cast and see if we can't pull out one of those trout. The water's literally only about this deep. Let's just make a little cast. Right over there, right in front of the lily pads. You just gotta start retrieving right away. Just because it's so shallow, don't want this guy to sink to the bottom. Oh man, there's a cast here that I just can't resist. We gotta just thread the needle here. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh, fish just went after it. That's a fish on, baby. Oh, he's off. He's off. Oh my goodness. There were 2 or 3 brook trout that came after it right over there. Immediately jumped on the little 22. That was crazy. Here, let's see if we can thread it in there one more time. There we go, there we go. At the surface. Oh my goodness, I saw another follow. Oh, snapped at it again. Snapped at it again. Oh, there's 2 or 3 hungry brook trout back there. Man, it's such a tricky spot to get that lure in there. We've got those lily pads to the left and 2 branches to the right, and we've got about 1 foot in the center that we need to cast into. Oh, just had another bite. Just had another bite. 3 or 4 casts in a row. I cannot believe this. No. All right, I'm stuck in the branch. Whoa. Oh, there's a trout. There's a trout where he just completely blew this. Man, guys, we're blowing this hole so bad right now. I'm not leaving that bullet lure behind though. Whoa. Man, these branches are very, very old. All right, we've definitely blown our chance with these trout right here. We really should come out here with a fly pole because, oh man, that would be just perfect for these shallow water situations, and you could just perfectly present a little fly and they would be all over that. Whoa, man, look at that tree. That's a beaver that took some big old bites out of that tree right there. And look how tall that beaver can stand. That's like 4 feet tall or so. You can see you don't want to get attacked by an angry mountain beaver. We're heading to the end of these lily pads, and there's definitely some trout out there. All right, guys, we are here, and we got to make sure that we tread very, very lightly. These trout are very close to shore, and they can feel the vibration of our footsteps if we step too hard. So we don't want to spook them, so we're gonna be nice and quiet. Okay, let's go ahead and get out our bobber. Okay, it's no longer as sticky. It's still a little on the tacky side, but that's okay. We're just gonna slide these little rubber donuts onto our main line like that, and we're gonna need 2 of them. There you go. We're just gonna go and take the bottom end and slide that little rubber right on there. Same exact thing at the top. And there we go. The bobber is on our line, and now we can adjust how deep we want to fish our bobber. I'm seeing trout jumping out there, so we got to get going. We got the bobber up on our main line, then we have a swivel down to a 4-pound leader where I've got some split shot right there. You can see the split shot is kind of evenly spaced. I've got 4 pieces on there, and here's the length of our leader, maybe a couple of feet. Now way down at the end of the leader, I've got a tiny, it's called a mosquito hook that is gonna be perfect for a trout. All right, now inside the backpack, I've got a nice jar of fresh worms. Oh yeah, who wants to come out? Kind of want a worm that's not too giant. Oh man, these are all really big worms, you guys. They're all really big ones. Oh, here, this guy, he's a perfect size. He wants to be on YouTube. All right, this is the top end of the worm right there. And the way I like to rig up a worm for a bobber is just kind of slide the hook, just kind of thread that worm all the way up that hook. And slide the worm just up the line a little bit. And there we go. That's how I like to have that worm hang. Nice and natural looking. And then we've got our hook coming out right there. Let's just go ahead and make it cast out right here next to the lily pads. Oh yeah, there we go. Perfect. And just let that worm sink. Guys, the bobber, it's sitting perfectly in the water there. So we're just gonna set the pole right there next to the net. Man, the water is so clear, I can see that worm underwater actually. The bobber is floating absolutely perfect. So I'm gonna get the cooking gear ready while we wait for a fish to bite. And why don't you guys keep your eye on that bobber there and let me know if one bites. So far, no takers on the worm. The wind is kind of blowing our setup pretty quickly to the left, so why don't we just cast right over there, past the lily pads. Tell you what, while that bobber is hanging out there, we're just gonna look for some slightly better bait right here at the shoreline. The worms are good, but up here in the mountains, there's a different bait that works a lot better. Oh man, that bobber's way over there. I hope you guys are still keeping an eye on that bobber there for me. I just can't resist, but just take a little peek. Oh, here we go, here we go. Just found one. Oh, there we go, perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. The best mountain trout bait in the world, the dragonfly larva. He was right there under this log. So that's just all I do is just turn over some logs in the water, take a little peek, and of course always return everything right back to where it was. That way, in case there's some frog eggs or something like that attached to it, they don't dry out. But man, this little guy right there, that's gonna be a game changer. All right, worm, it wasn't your turn today, huh? Send that baby out there and maybe a trout wants to eat him after all. That, of course, we're gonna watch one eat it now that I throw the worm out there. Oh, I'm literally watching that worm sink right now. Sinking. Sinking. Nope, nothing ate it. Nothing ate that worm all the way down. That's why we got this little guy right here. We're just gonna take that dragonfly larva and put him onto the hook. Just like that, so he's hanging like this. All right, perfect. Dragonfly larva is out. Tell you what, I can't resist. Gonna make a couple of casts with the bullet lure here. Trying for this trout here real quick that keeps surfacing right there at the shoreline. There he is, right there, right there. You guys see that? We're gonna see if we can't just jig that little 22 right in front of him. Hopefully we don't spook him. Oh, a bird just flew right by me. Nope. Might have spooked him. Huh, anything happened here while I was gone? Oh, it's crazy that that bobber isn't down yet. Man, no bites so far. It's actually surprising. There's so many trout here right now, but there's just something going on with the bite. It could just be because it's kind of high noon right now that it's really bright and they're just a little bit on the shy side. But man, I am thirsty. Oh man, the water tastes really swampy. Oh, not very pleasant. Oh, one just jumped right there. Right there by the lure. Come on, baby. Wow. Oh, I wish I would have seen what he went after. He just jumped at a little fly or something. Oh man, there he is again. There he is again. He's snapping. I think they're snapping at those little dragonflies. They're called damselflies that are flying all over the surface. These little blue mini dragonflies. There's one following my lure right there. A couple of them. Look at that. A whole bunch of little blue dragonflies down there. Oh, there's a snake. There's a snake right there in the water. There he goes. Look at him. Beautiful. We lost our dragonfly larva, so gotta find a new one here. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's a leech. Just waiting to latch on to something. Looks like it has a bunch of little leech babies too. So let's go ahead and let this little guy back down so he can raise the little ones. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's a nice one. Really nice one. Ooh, lively. Very lively. Oh, another one. Perfect. Oh, and another. Look at that, man. This one here is a trophy. Look how big this one is. Oh, so many dragonfly larvae in my hands right now. And the second one's this down here. No way. No way. Are you kidding me? These are my glasses. I cannot believe this. I lost these glasses sometime last year. I just couldn't find them anymore. And they've just been out here in this lake the whole time. Maybe I left them here somehow the last time I was here. So they've just overwintered in this mountain lake. You've got to be kidding me. Look at this, they're still good. Oh man, these ones here are giant, huge dragonfly larvae. It's gotta mean that a big, hungry trout is gonna grab one. I tell you what, I keep seeing trout surfacing right over here by this little patch of lily pads. And so we're just gonna explore a little bit. Oh man, look at this. From up here on this rock, we can see everything down there really, really well. I've got the bobber adjusted to be pretty shallow. Again, we're fishing about 2 feet deep. There we go. Oh, there's a trout. Checking it out. We're stuck on a lily pad though. Not liking how we're right in that lily pad. There we go, we're out. Man, we're fishing right by shore here, you guys. And I'm standing up here in a shadow, so the trout shouldn't be able to see me very well. That was a good sized trout. Very good sized trout. These guys should all be brook trout in this lake here, and brook trout do have a tendency to be in extremely shallow water. So we're basically sight fishing right now. We're gonna sneak down to where this trout keeps surfacing. I'm way too tempted. Way too tempted. Oh, there's a giant brook trout underneath the lily pads right here. He has not spotted us. There's two, one smaller one and a big one. I'm gonna try and get this bobber right in front of him. There we go, he's swimming over, looking at it. Oh, bobber's down, that's a fish on, baby. That's a fish on. There we go. The smaller of the two brook trout came over and bit it. Oh, in the net, finally. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, tell you what, let's go ahead and get away from these fish right here. I want to see if we can get that big one. It looked like a giant male brook trout. This was the little one hanging out with him. The male was coming over to check out the dragonfly, but the little one bit first. So we're gonna give him just a minute. Give him a minute to kind of calm down, and then we'll be right back. Oh yes, finally, we got one. We got one. Oh man, check this out. Put this little guy to sleep right away, but what a beautiful, beautiful little trout. Perfect eater size. Look at that. He's actually got a bit of a back to him. This guy's eating really, really good up in this lake. Now, these are absolutely one of my favorite trout to catch. These brook trout are just absolutely beautiful. Look at the spots they've got. They've got yellow spots, red spots with a little bit of blue in there, some tiger striping. Oh man. Thank you, buddy. I definitely want to catch that bigger one though. There was a really big one. I don't know if the GoPro picked up what was going on underwater there, but I saw the big one underneath the lily pads, And then right before I could cast, I saw a little one show up as well. That was this fish right here. I cast it in, the big one started checking out the dragonfly, but then this little one came from the side and just absolutely gobbled it up. Totally surprised me. Man, am I glad that we have a stash of dragonfly larvae, because we can just throw this guy right on the hook. Very lively one, and I'm already seeing him surfacing back there again, so let's just sneak back there, hope that he's not too spooked, and see if we have a chance at the big brook trout. Okay, we're just gonna sneak down here, give him another minute, and just watch him there for a second. Yeah, he's still there. He's still there. I'm gonna get the GoPro back on, but the trout, he's right there under those lily pads. Oh, there's actually another one right there. Another one, another little one. Why are there so many of these little guys? We gotta wait for that little one to disappear. I'll wait and see if I can see that little trout swim off, and that's when we'll cast the bobber onto that big guy right there. All right, we're kind of hidden by this pine tree. I'm gonna try and sneak really, really close so we can just kind of basically dip that bobber in there. Oh, there we go, there he is, there he is. He's right here. He's right here. I'm gonna try and get a video of him. Oh, you can see there's another one. Not sure if the polarized glasses are helping or hurting, but he's right there. Oh, another one there. All right, here we go. We're hidden from this fish right now. I think the little ones are gone here. We're gonna try and get a really gentle cast right on him. There we go. Oh, the dragonfly's up on a leaf, on that lily pad. All right, we're gonna drop it in the, oh no, the hook is stuck on the lily pad. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We spooked him a little bit. Okay, I don't see the big one anymore. Nope, he's there, he's still there, he's still there. He's under the lily pad. There we go. No, no, no. Little one went towards the dragonfly. Big one checked it out for a second, but he swam back under the lily pad. I don't want that little trout going for it. Do not want the little trout going for it. This is the last dragonfly larva that we have right now. Why is it that the little trout are so aggressive? Right on top of him. Oh, he took it, bobber down. There he is. We got the big one. We got the big one. Oh my goodness. Oh, he's a good fighter. Good fighter. Come here. Oh no. Oh, the other trout's there. The other trout attacked him. The second trout just attacked the big one. He's trying to steal the bait from him. Oh, he's in the net, baby. He's in the net. We got the big one. Oh my goodness, that's a beautiful fish. That's a beautiful fish, you guys. Now this, you guys, is what I call a nice brook trout. This here is a big male. You can tell by this giant mouth. Look at those beautiful fins on this trout right here. Brook trout are not actually a trout. They're in the char family, but related to a trout, and I just think they're one of the most beautiful fish that we have out here. Absolutely gorgeous. Gotta be kidding me. There's another one right here in front of us. Oh man, found something down here. Looks like an old can, an old Pepsi. This little guy doesn't belong out here. We'll take that with us. There you go, nice and easy. We got us a clean trout. We're just gonna take a fillet off of this guy here. Definitely gonna take a quick peek inside the stomach to see what these guys are eating. Oh, I knew it. Look, his stomach is absolutely filled with these little damselflies, those blue dragonfly things. So very cool, very cool. That's what the trout are eating out here, is all those little damselflies. Now today we have a little bit of goat butter with us. It's like really soft. It got warm in the backpack, so we're just gonna squeeze that goat butter in there. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at this. It's like an onion, but smaller. Our goat butter's getting a little hot. Don't want to burn it. Oh man, wow. Almost had a complete disaster. There we go. Just browned the butter a little bit. Look at that beautiful trout fillet. Just gonna make a couple scores in the skin here. That way the fish doesn't curl up as much on us. We're just gonna squeeze our trout right here, right there in the middle between all those onions. The most important ingredient, a vial of Danish sea salt. I brought it all today, boys and girls. We're not skimping out here at all. That looks like a good amount to me. Ooh. Oh yeah, perfect. Oh, man. Ah, skin looks perfect. Super, super crispy. Look how colorful the trout is. You can still see the red dots on the skin, even though he's cooked. That's just how colorful these brook trout are. And when I said we're going all the way, we're going all the way. We got the cheese, we got a fresh avocado, and a bag of organic flour tortillas. Oh yeah, you guys know exactly what's about to happen. That's a perfect avocado. Just gonna put it on that towel right here. Oh, and jetzt unser Schweizer Käse. Oh man, it's so warm. So warm from the sun. Here we go. Swiss cheese in the pan. Followed by our organic flour tortilla. Just gonna press that right on top of that cheese right there. And then we just gotta give them a couple minutes in that pan together. Oh, and I can't resist. We're just gonna take off that little tail piece of trout there. I just wanna taste just a little bite. Oh, that goat butter packs a punch. And the Danish sea salt, oh man. That's some good trout meat. It's really, really firm, super flavorful. Those are gonna make a really good taco. Oh man, something just surfaced right there. The trout are right there still, you guys. Man, I mean, it's just absolutely filled with trout in this lake, and they are hungry now. And so am I. I think it's done. Oh, perfect. All right, we're gonna take our trout meat, put that on first, top that with the onions. Ooh. Oh man, that's hot. That's hot. Man, you guys, home built bobber from build to catch to in the taco. We did it. Cheers. Mmm. Oh, crispy. That Swiss cheese was a good call. That Swiss cheese crisped up really, really good on there. Oh man. Wow, that's some quality trout meat. Super firm, very flavorful. The caramelized onions give it a really nice sweet flavor, and that avocado just creams that whole thing together. Whew, man, absolutely delicious. We should get some underwater footage of those lily pads and like find out what's swimming around in there. And I'm watching them surface over there. There's more of them behind me. So whew, man, we gotta come back. We gotta come back and explore a lot more mountain lakes too this summer. There's something very satisfying about making your own fishing gear and catching fish on it. And we pulled it off. Build to catch challenge. Oh man, let me know if you guys want to see any more of those. It's been a long time, like I said, since we've built a bobber together on the channel. I absolutely love doing it, but that's all I got for you guys in this episode right here. I got to get out of here. So of course, leave a like on the video. It helps a ton if you guys enjoyed it. Drop a comment. I'll see you guys in the comment section, and subscribe if you guys are still brand new. Man, I'll see you guys very soon for the next fishing adventure. And until then, you all know it. Fish on, baby. Oh my goodness, a boulder is rolling down. GoPro died. I just had to swap the battery real quick. But what happened was a boulder just came tumbling down the mountain, didn't hit the water, but it literally stopped about 15 feet above where we were just fishing. So that's probably a good sign for us to get out of here. Let's get out of here, man. What was that?